recording right now?
Yeah, it is, but that's because I'm just like trying to figure things out.
When Savannah's taller than you sitting on the
Oh,
You're dead.
do you want to be on the side? Should I be? Sorry, do I need to sit there? Do I need to sit on the side?
Doesn't matter.
Do I need to sit right here? Right here? Hey guys, welcome back. Should we all just say, hey guys, welcome
Hey guys!
Well, why did we ask him to say welcome back when we've been here?
We've been here.
Yeah. We'll just go, hey guys, and then you say welcome back.
Okay.
Then we'll
Yeah, we've been here.
We're gonna do so many bloopers. Okay, ready? Crap. That's so bad.
Stop laughing.
Sure.
Stop laughing.
Okay,
Don't
ready?
smile.
She's not very good at this.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys!
I messed up.
I see
So
that.
bad. Okay, wait, do it again. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys!
Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be doing something that's highly requested and trending, and that is asking guys questions girls are too afraid to ask. So, join with me today. We have
Alright, Tech Mealy.
Nathan Moore.
I'm Ryan.
Ryan.
just Ryan.
The
So,
one and only Ryan
The
Andrew
one and
Hatch
only
coming
Ryan.
from Logan, Utah.
okay, so we got a lot of questions from you guys. So, you guys ready to dive in?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
We're gonna go off strong. Okay, so what is the first thing you notice when you see a girl for the first time?
Think about that one.
Depends.
It's funny that I have to think about that question
Alright,
considering
go
it's
ahead.
Usually like her smile or her eyes.
Oh yeah, sure, the smile.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you're seeing her face to face.
Is it just the smile though?
What's the first thing? You don't want to kiss someone with bad teeth.
Wait, what about you guys?
I'd say probably hair.
Hair?
Yeah. Especially if you see him from like a distance too.
you know, I think there is that physical, that first physical like impression, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's necessarily like one thing, right?
Yeah,
we
it's
all
hard to
kinda have,
put one
we all
actually.
kind of have like a type, you know.
Yeah.
Some people are into blonde hair, blue eyes. Some people are into dark hair and stuff like that. And it just like it all comes together into
Yeah.
kind of that's your first impression, obviously, because you don't know them at all. So
Yeah.
you can't have a great impression of their personality the first time you see them. So it's definitely
Especially if you see him just passing by or in a class.
So basically just like,
it's a combination of definitely
Physical.
physical attributes, but
yeah.
because you don't know them.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. We're gonna just dive right in. Okay.
Yeah.
Biggest turn on / turn off.
Yikes.
Like,
Well,
if she's got like gorgeous eyes, you're just like yes, or like if she has a wonderful personality. And
I was gonna say that
Yeah,
one is
that's-
less about the physical, because I mean I think like if someone's a jerk, that's a big time like turn away. Like if they're just mean to everybody, I don't want to spend time around that person.
Yeah.
But if they're like just a super kind person, I mean regardless if it's like romantically, right? It's just like they're a nice person. I want to spend time with them.
Yeah. So like, oh, how would you even word that? Cause like, yeah, I don't know. Aren't you thinking?
Yeah, so like, it's the, what's your biggest turn on and turn off?
Yeah.
I feel, let's see, well, one of my biggest turn offs is like if the girl, the way she eats is like super disgusting. Because there's this one girl like a couple months ago, and like we went on a date, everything was cool, everything was great, like it was like, and we spent like 24 hours with each other. It was like all day, right? And then we went to McDonald's for breakfast at like 5:30 in the morning.
As one does.
Right, because I was like, I need some hash browns out here. And we went there, got the McDonald's, went back to her apartment, and like I don't know, that is like, I saw her eat, and I don't know, she like ate with like her mouth open, and it was just like nasty.
Why?
Yeah.
You find that attractive? She's like,
Not really, and like egg got caught in her hair.
oh.
Yeah, and I was like, but the thing is like, I was like, we like connected on like every other level, like she's super pretty and like all this good stuff, and I was like, oh man, maybe it's just like the 5:30 a.m. talking to me, but like it's like I just
Yeah.
it just like turned me off real quick, and that was probably my biggest turn off, like I guess like right there.
Yeah.
I can see that too, but I have mad respect for a girl who just like own it with ribs or like.
That's a good
ribs
point.
different.
That is
Different.
Yeah.
But like,
Like, if she just owns it with ribs and doesn't care, like goes for it. But.
I think the biggest thing for me is if someone is like situationally aware. Like if someone's able to, maybe be a little bit more quiet in times where we're
Like,
supposed to be quiet.
Social cues.
Social cues. Yeah, for sure. I mean, like when I'm home with my family, I'm probably going to be a lot louder than I would be in some random social situation.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's important to be able to read social cues because, if you're with someone and then they're just acting wild in a time where you're supposed to probably be a little bit more focused and serious, that's kind of, it's a little bit hard to, like, deal with a little bit.
Yeah. So what about like smells? Like, does she have to smell real good or like, it's just like
There are definitely some overpowering perfumes that.
like the old grandma smell or the.
Not even the old. Some are
that.
just too strong. Like some perfumes are just too strong. I'm like.
You feel suffocated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like flower smells? Do you like citrus smells?
I have no idea.
I honestly don't really care what smell it is. It's just
Spices.
some are just way too strong, and others are like kind of subtle, and you don't really notice it unless you pay attention.
Chlorine, bro.
Chlorine, that is probably the best one.
Swimmers out here.
Swimmers.
I
I'd
feel,
be like, you even fly?
You even fly?
I fly.
Oh, I fly.
What's
think
your
like
superpower?
for like an attractive turn on is someone that's confident in themselves.
Someone's confident?
Yeah, because like I feel like I'm pretty confident in like myself, like who I am. And,
You
like, what I
never.
do. But like, yeah, I feel like I'm a pretty confident person. Like I want someone with that same like energy and that same mentality.
Yeah, nice. Okay, so that's basically the other question is what do you find attractive in girls? Just like personality.
Yeah, you gotta be able to have a
Confidence.
personality that vibes with one another.
Yeah, biggest thing is just like being a kind person overall. Like especially my mom is like one of the nicest people I know.
Yeah.
And so seeing that in a girl, just seeing kindness to everyone, regardless of like who they are, where they come from, that's probably the biggest thing.
And being focused on the right things.
Yeah.
Right. Like if you have a certain value system, right? Like, for example, if you were to have a value system that included just to be simple, just like 3 things, right? Say one that involves like, for me, for example, spirituality, school right now, and like being physically fit, right? If you take those 3 things, if she has a similar value system to me, then that's a really great thing. That's a really important thing for me because if I'm looking towards the future, if I want to have a relationship with somebody, we have to have the same goals.
Yeah.
If you don't have the same goals, you're not going anywhere. So
That's wholesome.
I think just looking for the right value system, and one value system isn't necessarily better than another, but if you have the same one, if you have the same goals, you're in a really good place. That's the number one thing that I look for.
Okay. Nice. Thanks, guys. That's awesome. Okay. Someone asked, do you guys hate messaging?
Yes.
Because a lot of times people get ghosted or they just like the message without replying.
I've always been a talker. Like I would much rather have a phone call than text. I've always hated texting.
Texting sucks.
So I'm like, I'd rather have like
One-on-one.
I'd rather have like a 2-minute phone call over an hour of texting. Like any day.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, and like there's so many cues you can't catch while you're texting. It's like, it's not what you say, it's how you say it, and you can't tell how you say it unless you can.
And you could say something you don't even mean, and they would never know because it's over text.
Right.
Yeah. So what about those short messages like cool or okay?
Oh my gosh.
Does that mean they're not interested, or does it mean that they're just like?
Generally, yeah, that's what I would say. Is if they're responding with one word, it's because they're not interested in having a conversation.
Is that happening to you?
Maybe.
Sorry.
Rip.
I think it depends on the context.
Like from a guy's perspective, maybe they're just busy. But usually, when a girl is one word responses, it usually goes from one word responses to nothing at all pretty quickly. So that's kind of
Ghosting, blocking. I've been blocked before.
I've been blocked.
Yeah, it was
I've never been blocked.
It was the one word message, and I'm like, oh my gosh, hi. And it's like nothing. I'm like, oh, that's awkward. Okay.
I don't think I've ever gotten that far. I don't think I've ever been blocked before.
I think, obviously, if you're interested in somebody, face-to-face interaction is always the best, right? but I think texting can help kind of smooth over like the time that you're not going to be with them, right? And so to kind of try to, I think it's just to add another form of communication, right? And that's all texting is, just communicating with one another, right? Like you don't have to be texting all day, every day, but you know, let's say you're gonna see them in a day or two, right? You guys can, and you guys already have plans. You guys can either like be excited about the plans to help confirm, and just or even if you guys are getting more, I guess like if you guys are seeing each other more, you can be a little bit more flirtatious or be a little bit more bold in that sense. And texting is like a really good way to be able to do that. So you're already building that chemistry. So by the time you're on the date, you already have like that established if you guys like each other.
Yeah, although if you do, and you're both interested, you're gonna see them very often. Because it won't be difficult to spend time together because you'll both want to, so you'll both make time.
Right.
So calling is better.
Yep.
But texting is also nice because you can flirt. Is that
Well,
what we got out of it?
I mean, it can be good because it's like, so when I was on the mission, we always emphasize daily contact. I'm not saying you should do that with someone you're interested in because it's kind of creepy.
Daily contact.
However, if you're texting each other, you're probably thinking about each other, and that's probably a pretty good sign if you're both interested. So.
Nice. Okay. Let's see here.
Give us a hard one.
Give you a hard one?
Or
Okay.
no.
Let me find one.
Just give us like an account.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Someone asks. Okay.
Yes.
You ready for this?
This is a question somebody asked specifically.
Ask specifically.
Specifically?
Okay,
It
you
was
ready
you.
for this?
Did you ask?
Yeah, half these questions are
Like,
probably
these
for
are all
her.
mine.
So I actually have all these questions.
Okay. Do y'all have spicy thoughts about your platonic girlfriend?
What does that even mean?
I have no
I
idea.
don't even know what the word platonic means. So.
What about romantic interests?
What?
What's
Okay, you're gonna have to explain what that question
I
means.
don't even
Or
know.
Break this down.
Or pick a different question.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Do you have yes or no? Do you have spicy thoughts about your platonic
I
girlfriend?
don't know how to answer
What does that mean?
I'm more like, what does the spicy mean?
Yeah, spicy
Spicy
thoughts.
thoughts.
That can be interpreted like 5 different
Yeah.
ways.
And I don't really like any
Wait,
of them.
platonic.
Yeah, they're all bad.
Platonic.
Platonic
Yeah.
just means like someone that you're intimate with.
Oh.
That's what it
Yeah,
says.
okay, move on to another
Yeah.
question. Not that one. Not that
That's
one.
not church friendly. It's not a
They're
church
not
friendly
kept
question.
on the
It's not
TVs,
first
you guys.
presidency approved.
Oh my God. Ooh, this is a good one.
Oh boy.
Do you kiss on the first date?
No.
Depends.
I would say it depends.
Yeah. If you're really feeling the vibe, maybe.
Right. Well, I mean, like, I wouldn't say like the first time you're meeting the person is probably the best idea, but like if you've known each other for a while and you know that you've both been interested for a while and the date goes really well, and it's the answer is always it depends. I mean,
Yeah.
if you ask any good economics teacher a question, their answer will always be it depends.
Yeah.
Like no matter what, because it does. It depends on a lot of different things. Did it go well? Is it going well? Have you known each other? Are you just meeting each other?
Yeah.
It depends.
You're not I feel a real connection with you, and then like eat their face.
Oh.
I feel like if you're like your kissing tactic is in the face.
I'm sick.
kissing.
On mouth now.
You can tune in for that next video with Aria.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Stop. Okay. Alright. So, okay, let's see here. Ooh, do you guys like it when girls get dressed up? Like makeup?
Depends on the situation.
What situation are you talking about?
Like, are they getting
Ready for church? Or
Are they getting all dressed up to go bowling? Because
Well,
like you probably don't need to do that.
Or is the question better phrased as like, do you care if do you like it when a girl puts like effort into what she wears and she cares about her appearance or her looks?
yeah, like that.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I mean, I feel like most people should care about how they dress.
Yeah.
I think
That also goes into confidence. Sorry, I didn't mean
Yeah.
to cut you off. Right?
no, you're good. I think it's like important that they're like put together, right? Like you don't want someone who's like super like messy, right?
Yeah.
So you want someone who's put together. I mean, I don't think that it's necessary for a girl to show up looking really nice to school every day with her makeup done and all that.
You don't think it's important?
No, because well, I don't know
Every
if
single
it's-
day.
I don't know if it's necessary because I'm like sometimes I show up to school with my hair like this and I'm like screw it. on goes the hat.
On goes the hat.
Right? So I'm like, if I'm going to do that, I don't feel justified in telling them that they have to look nice every day, right? I mean, sometimes you just don't want to.
Yeah.
And you're just going to class.
Yeah.
So it's like...
So, do you guys like makeup or do you like not care about makeup? Like, does
It
a girl have to
depends.
wear makeup type of thing?
I
Because a
feel
lot of
like
girls...
I feel like with makeup, less is more, and so.
Less
Yeah.
is more. Anyway,
This is more.
so me and
Another shout out.
Nathan are not good ones to answer that question because we've spent significant periods of time with swimmers
Yeah.
who don't wear makeup.
All our
at all.
friends who are girls didn't wear any makeup.
Yeah.
So for me, it's not important.
I mean, I appreciate like a little bit of makeup, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like I said, less is more. So like, yeah, I mean, it's just like, if someone is like naturally pretty and they don't need it, okay, great. But I mean, what is makeup? It's to help, I guess, like bring out certain features. You know what I mean? And so like mascara or whatever, blush. I honestly have no idea what makeup.
Like, what is this?
Yeah, and so like, you know what I mean? So like I said, you know, a little bit goes a long way, but that also like goes into like, okay, like they're putting a little bit of effort in like who they are and like giving them, if that's like what makes them confident, like helps them be confident, then sure.
Right, and I think that's another important thing. Is like if it helps them to feel confident,
By all means.
go for it.
And I don't think they
But
need to
from-
feel obliged to do it every day.
Yeah, but like from my perspective, I don't really see it as that important. I'm like, it's not a huge deal to me because, like, honestly, I don't really feel like it makes that huge of a difference.
Mm.
And the difference that it does make, I'm kind of like, it's fine. I'm not too.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not that big of a difference.
That's why if someone's like naturally beautiful, like it's like, alright, that's even better.
So this is coming from like you guys now, or is this like coming from you like even through high school? Because I know that a lot of girls in high school are kind of just like trying to like make themselves look really good, so then the next day like their crush can like notice them. But does it really matter if they
Like
were...
Ryan said, we're the wrong people.
Yeah, we're the wrong people to ask.
Yeah.
All of our friends were swimmers.
All right.
Sorry, honestly, like my opinion of like with the makeup and everything, it's like for me, like I come from a household like I have like my mom and my 3 sisters, and I feel like in my eyes like they're all beautiful, gorgeous women, and they all wear makeup, right? My mom wears very little makeup. My oldest sister wears very little makeup, and my 2 younger sisters, they wear probably more makeup. And but I mean, my other sister does like modeling and all that good stuff, and so for me, like I mean, I was like, all right, like they don't need the makeup to look pretty, and like they're already naturally beautiful, and that's how like for me, like I see it as like, all right, like they just use it, you know, just to be able to like, you know, a little goes a long way. And so like for me, like throughout like growing up, middle school, high school, and like seeing it, I was like, yeah, like there's some girls that paint it on, you know, with an extra few coats more than needed, and there's some that just like use it just to help, you know, just to help them feel a little better about themselves. And so for me, it's like not the biggest deal in the world, right?
Okay.
And I don't expect someone to be like wear makeup all day, every day for me. You know what I mean? I'm not wearing makeup for another girl. You know what I mean? For a girl, you know, it's like,
Well, and then
I would take the same thing.
And then especially if you're like dating someone and you get to know each other really well and you're really close,
Just didn't.
it doesn't make a difference. Like
So
don't
maybe-
worry about it, because like at that point, it's no longer about like what they look like all the time.
Nice.
At least it shouldn't be.
No, it's not.
And so especially once you get to that point,
Yeah.
it's like it won't make a difference.
Yeah. So it's okay to wear makeup, but it's not necessary.
Not for me.
Type of thing.
It all depends on the gal, you know. If she wants to wear makeup, fine, go ahead. It's not,
Right, but like
Too
from
much
our
makeup is a little bit of a
perspective,
turn off, though. If it's
Yeah,
like
too much
so
makeup.
much makeup,
Like caked on the face.
yeah,
oh yeah, that's rough stuff.
like a little bit,
Hard
it's
times.
fine.
Yeah, well, it's fine. Whatever they want to do.
Especially if they want to dress up for a certain occasion, like church or something else. Like,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
It's like if that's what they want to do, there's no problem with it. But from our perspective,
The swimmer boys out here with no makeup,
Nice.
no problem.
no sir.
Okay. I don't know if this is going to apply to you guys, or it might apply to Arash. We'll see.
Really cool person.
I'm sorry. Okay. Does it scare you if a girl has kissed multiple guys before dating you?
Like in what sense? Like are we in
So,
like 6th grade? Like are we talking about like
Like right now?
Are we
Like,
talking,
right
we're talking about
now.
like right now? Because like we're like in the range of 20 to, how old are you, Arash?
23.
20 to 23. Most girls have kissed multiple dudes at this point.
You're talking like total or like consistently?
Yeah, or like in the last week. Like what time range are we talking?
I think both, really. It's kind of a broad question.
If it was multiple in like the same week, that's probably a bit of a concern.
Yeah,
if it was multiple,
I've kissed more than 3-4 people my whole life, so like it's not a big deal if it's like throughout the last like 5-6 years. No one cares,
so
well, like how can you expect? Sorry, you were saying something.
Go ahead.
Well, I feel like it's like, well, you haven't met that person yet, and so, I mean, if you're like building like, if you're going on dates and you're being proactive and you're building like relationships, connections, and chemistry with different people, then like, and if you're just like a natural like more social person, then like maybe you have a tendency to have kissed more people, right? And so, I mean, you don't want to like have like like the last thing you want to be like hypocritical and double standard, be like, oh, I can't believe like she kissed so many guys, but like on your end you kissed so many girls, right? Like you have to be understanding, you have to know that, right? And so like obviously you don't kiss everything that walks by, you know what I mean?
If you breathe like
no, and that means you have like no like qualifications. I mean,
our best.
Well, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, you have to like, I mean, you gotta be attracted to them, and like, you gotta be like on dates or whatever. And I mean everyone does it their own way, right? And so, for me, like, it doesn't like scare me or like turn me off if a girl has kissed like multiple guys, because it's less like, in my eyes, I'm like, all right, well, like they're just like either like that's their love language is physical touch, which a large percentage of the world has that as their love language, or like they're like, I mean, they've just been able to understand how they show affection and show love, and like that's just like what it is.
I think maybe like the concern isn't like what they've done in the past. The concern is if you're like 2 or 3, maybe more like 3 or 4 like dates in, you know, you've been dating actually fairly consistently, and then they're going and kissing a bunch of other dudes. That's a concern.
You're like,
because you're like, where do your loyalties lie at that point?
Yeah.
You know, because at least at some point, once you've gone on 3 or 4 dates, there's a level of commitment there.
Yeah.
Like if you've only been on 1, maybe 2 dates, like I can understand, right? But if you've been on consistent dates, and you're trying to build this like connection between the two of you, and then they're willing to go, and this applies to the guys too. It's the same both ways.
Two-edged street.
Right. It's a two-edged sword. Is that the same?
Well, double-edged sword is like, I think, like a negative connotation. Two-way street means like it's not a double. It's like a, you know, it goes.
Anyway, whatever it is. Yeah. Whatever it is. Anyway. But like if you're building that connection and then they're willing to undermine it, like kissing a bunch of other dudes, that's a problem. The same goes for girls looking at guys, right? Like if it goes the other way, it's the same concern. But like looking towards like what they've done before, I don't really like.
So it's not
so much of a concern.
Yeah, so it's not a concern of what they did in the past, but it's more a concern if like that's what they're doing now. So like
in a circumstance, right? Like if you're like, it doesn't really matter what they're doing right now unless you're still dating, right? Like the answer is it depends.
Yeah, it depends. Okay, thanks guys. All right, you guys good?
Like that was my question.
That was my question. Oh my gosh, hi.
Oh my gosh, hi.
Give us an easy one.
Does height matter? Like tall girl or short girl?
Oh yeah.
To an extent.
Nathan, how tall are you?
5'3".
5'3". I'm sorry, I shouldn't have laughed.
Oh,
sorry. Okay, so the camera like stopped recording, so the last question we asked was, does height matter? And Nathan, you were in the spotlight. We added someone. He's just gonna be here existing. He's taken, so like.
So
sorry.
Don't snap him,
because
please.
he's got the looks of all the rest of us combined. He's taken.
Okay.
I am 5'3", so height matters to an extent, especially in like a first look. Like, if I'm just gonna ask a girl on a date, I mean, if they're like half a foot taller than me, probably not gonna happen.
Yeah.
I mean, like 2-3 inches taller than me, that's not a problem. I'm 5'3", I can't be too picky. If they're not much taller than me, like there are a lot of great girls who are like 5'5". So,
Yeah.
But, and honestly, in the end, it wouldn't be a determining factor. Like, personality and just traits are a lot more important to me than height. But just in like a preliminary assessment, like, yeah, height's gonna matter a little bit.
Yeah.
That's a good answer.
I'm like, yeah, it's.
Good.
What do you think, Tanner?
Does that prove anything?
I feel like you can
just do an overall. It doesn't have to be like.
I feel like you can answer this one.
I mean, I'm kind of with Nathan. Where like it's to some degree, you know.
As
like,
a high school boy, just think of being a high school boy.
Or just answer as you
Well,
are.
even just like even as right now, like, I feel like
college.
to some degree, yes, like Nathan said, like I'm not gonna date a girl that's like 4 inches taller than me. That's just intimidating. It's intimidating, and like. I don't know, unless they had a really good personality to like make up for the intimidation factor, like they made it not intimidating with their personality, I don't think I'd be able to do it because I'd just be scared.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I think to some degree it matters, but overall it's not like the determining factor in dating someone.
And it's mainly for like people you don't know really well. Like if I was really good friends with someone who's like 3-4 inches taller than me that I really started to have a connection with, yeah, I'd ask them on a date. But if it's like very beginning, don't really know each other very well.
Yeah, like you're not gonna walk up to some girl that's like 6'6" at the gym and be like, hey.
Wait a second, I'm 6'2", so you're saying
You're not 6'6", you're good.
Okay, yeah, actually, I'm good. Just kidding.
I'm like 5'10" on a good day, so I can't really think it's
Okay, let's move on from that. Nasty. Ew. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Would you rather a girl agree with you all the time or a girl who can put up a good argument?
Put up a good argument.
Yeah.
So you don't want one who's like anything for you.
Well, and it's also like that just kind of makes life boring, right? If you're just like, you know, where do you want to, like, it turns into something where you're like, where do you want to go to lunch? Oh, wherever you want to go.
It becomes a guessing game.
Yeah, if they can put up a good argument, that shows that they're just a really critical thinker. They think about stuff. They're not just going to go with the flow. So it can show that they're going to make like good decisions in the future.
And they're confident in themselves to be able to, you know, be
like, we're going to Chick-fil-A now. Get in the car.
Well, and even
sometimes like simple.
That's not really an argument.
You just a statement.
Well, even in things that are deeper than that, right? Things that are more important, like being able to have a understanding of what you believe, and then being able to articulate that is important, right? And I also think it's important to be able to, because I mean, there's going to be disagreements in any relationship, right? It's a really important thing to be able to give and take, right? Because I mean, you're not going to agree in everything, and it's also really important that you both don't just like punt on every argument, because then nothing gets done. Right?
Yeah.
No decisions are ever made if two people aren't willing to compromises aren't good either, because then nobody gets what they want. But being able to weigh the pros and cons and go back and forth, be able to come to an understanding of what's actually the right thing to do is very important. And if you only have someone who agrees with you all the time, that's going to be really hard, because you only have one perspective. I mean, like think about this. Think about, like, you know, you graduate from college and you're trying to find a job. Say you have like 4 or 5 offers. You know, one of them's in Spokane, one of them's in Utah, one of them's in, you know, New York, one of them's in Georgia, you know, wherever. And then they all have different benefits. Some pay more than others. Some are closer to family than others. You have to be able to, both of you have an opinion on what's important to you, and then come together to really decide what best fits your needs. And if you just have someone who just agrees with you on everything, you're never going to actually make the best decision for both of you.
I feel like that was a soapbox or a TED Talk. You should be like...
No.
Yeah, Ryan's going to give a TED Talk.
Everyone, welcome to Ryan's TED Talk.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. That's all.
That's all. I love it. Okay, we have like 10-ish questions left, so
Wow.
we could do a speed round. If you want.
Yes, yeah.
All right, one
Speed
answer each.
No, one sentence each.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
All right. Do you like it when girls make the first move?
Yeah, that's pretty attractive.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, sounds good. Oh, okay. Let's see here.
Yes and no questions are really good.
Yeah. How do y'all talk about the people you're interested in? Is it super casual, like, oh yeah, she's pretty cool and kissed, or does it end up where you guys all hype each other up? And like, oh my gosh, she kissed!
Probably hype up.
Well, it depends on the
Depends on the
guy.
guy.
Yeah.
It's like, so there's some guys like I know that was like, hey, how's the date? Good.
Right.
Did you guys hold hands? Yeah. You guys gonna see each other again? Probably. Alright, cool.
See, but
there's like other times.
I would call my friend like every week. He's engaged right now.
Hayden.
He'd be going down to Provo, and I'm hyping him up like the whole time. And he's like, yes.
Right, especially like when like he like really likes the person.
Yeah.
You're just like, dude.
I mean, it was like his high school crush.
Right.
Right, whatever.
You can't like not support that.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, do you guys like holding hands / cuddling?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's a scientific fact that there's health benefits to cuddling.
Just kidding, as you say.
She's in a relationship.
She's already in a relationship.
Don't worry, they've been practicing.
Actually, don't kiss or hold hands.
No, refrain from any physical touch till marriage.
That is sin.
Oh my god.
They still practice 6 feet distance, social distancing.
6 feet till marriage.
Okay, what does a kiss mean to a guy? Is it like just like
It
Everything.
depends on the guy.
Everything.
I mean,
or
It
just
depends
like
on the
sparks?
guy. Yeah, it depends on if the guy's in a host stage or not.
No. She's like, I feel a real connection with you. Clayton, bachelor.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, bachelor the kiss is nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
that's just for the camera.
It just depends.
Just depends.
You gotta
Depends
see
on the guy.
Well, it
Depends
helps
on the
set
stage in your
waters,
life.
you know?
Depends
Yeah.
on the stage in life.
So whether you're a Nick Mo or you're actually committed type of thing, right?
Yeah, because if you're committed, then the kiss is going to be a lot more meaningful to you than if you're just.
Well, and it's probably not going to be a spur of the moment thing either.
Yeah.
You're probably going to think it out a little bit
Yeah,
before
I
you
feel
go
like, oh
for
my
it.
gosh.
I think a good way to tell is if you're nervous or not. Like if you're
Yeah.
nervous for the kiss, then like you know that it actually means something to you. You know.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of things, right? You know it means something to you if you're nervous about it.
Like a good nerves, like kind of like.
Like
Yeah.
butterflies, you're like,
Butterflies.
Yeah.
What was it?
you're like, hee hee.
I don't think I've ever done that before.
No, someone just walking.
I'm gonna start doing that now.
Kiss, and I'm just like, I'm about to kiss her, and it's like.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
I can't. That was amazing. Okay, let's see here. Be honest, what really goes down at the slumber parties with the guys?
oh my gosh. Who asked this question?
slumber parties with
Honestly,
the guys.
That is the boys. Which boys?
Mario
Here,
Kart.
lots of Mario Kart, yeah.
Mario Kart.
Super Smash Bros.
Memes.
Stayed up until like I pulled all night playing Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I had an emulator for Fire Red on my phone.
Really?
Yeah.
So it was.
pulled
Yeah,
mattresses
like,
out of this room.
Yeah. You guys do each other's nails,
I was like
pictures,
17.
all things.
Right, yeah.
Just kidding.
Oh no, a lot of I mean, some of us we play like a lot of cards.
Cards,
Cards.
movies.
Like 2 card
Yeah.
Texas Hold'em.
Poker.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Some poker, yeah.
Yep.
Gotta
We've had
do
like
that.
3-hour poker nights before.
Yeah, that is true.
Solid.
That's about it. Nothing weird.
Granted, you guys all live with each other, so it's basically just having a slumber party all the time, right?
Smash Bros.
4 separate rooms.
4 separate rooms. You just all need to put your mattresses. Just.
We have
We've done that.
You've done that
We did it
before?
with Isaac, yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Isaac crashed on our couch and got locked out of his room.
Wait,
That
do
was
you
funny.
guys
So he's playing Mario Kart.
Oh my god.
It was like 2 a.m.
You guys are all like braiding each other's hair, just
What hair?
putting
What?
beads in there.
We can braid Isaac's hair. That's
Yeah.
Funny story, my mom walked in on my friend braiding my other friend's hair. It was Matt and Chase. The only thing she said, Matt was braiding Chase's hair. The only thing my mom says to them is asking them if they wanted a hair tie.
Legends.
That does sound
Just good
like your
supportive mom.
Mom's
Oh my
crush.
goodness, do you want a hair tie?
Do you want a hair tie?
They're like, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That'd be awesome.
I love it. I love it. Okay. All the girls are asking this. Okay.
All the girls.
All the girls. What's the best way to tell a guy you like him? This is coming probably from high school girls or college girls. Either one. Or
Not
elementary
really.
kids.
Like
Who knows?
Like there's some guys
And
that you could just be like straight with, and they'd find that so attractive. And other guys, if you do that, their hair
It's gonna freak 'em out, right?
Yeah.
You're just like, I love you, kiss me on the mouth right now.
well, yeah, don't.
I mean, even then, some guys probably
You're like, oh my gosh, yes!
See, here's what I think. I think the best way for me, personally, is to like ask to hang out. Like, don't make me figure everything out all the time. Because if someone is like, hey, you want to hang out tonight? It's like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Definitely better in person too, like over text, like.
Or over dating apps, you know.
Imagine.
Those are
Who did that?
Tinder.
Yeah, like making plans and then like inviting them to come.
Yeah.
You know? I think like that's like a pretty surefire way. Cause like very like rarely I think like if you guys are like talking like obviously like you guys are like building, like forming that like connection and chemistry, that like that will just like help seal the deal.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
and then,
of like what her intentions are, like how she's feeling.
right, and then like in our society where it's basically on us
Yeah.
to set things up most of the time, to kind of flip
Mhm.
it
Flip it.
is actually like
She's like, bless you.
a really,
Well, it's
actually a really big statement.
It's 2022, you know.
Right, but it's still on us for most of the time.
Okay,
Sadly.
so point of view though, you're a high school girl, okay?
I'm a high school girl.
You're a high school girl.
You're a high school girl.
Nice.
We don't
That's
talk
it.
about high school, man. I don't
Oh,
know.
I know, I know.
No,
Talk about
but-
high school.
High
But you
school's
have a crush on a guy and you want to let him know, but you.
Pin him against the
scared.
locker and then kiss
I
him.
can tell you what not to
In
do.
high school, yeah, honestly, that would get the message across.
Yeah, that would be like very like
Slap.
non-verbal communication to the highest.
As, yeah, it's
It
not
might work in high school.
No, you just be like, hey, I like you. You pass a note and be like,
No. Honestly, just show them attention.
Yeah.
Like, if you just show them attention, show them that you're
The
interested,
message
like,
is gonna get across.
it's, you're gonna understand most
Yeah.
of the time. Like,
do you like give him the look,
Just be
The
normal.
what?
the look?
Just
You're like,
be normal and natural.
okay, there is a look, but it's not that.
Yeah. The fun rider.
Honestly, I really feel like you just got to be normal, and just like honestly, it's like invite them to do things. Try to spend time with them. The message will get across. You don't have to try that hard.
nice, nice.
Most people actually pick more things up intuitively than I think we give most people credit for.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. One more question. Let me see.
One more.
Let's see.
Oh,
Let's
boy.
see.
Oh no! Don't go back to the one that you talked about earlier.
Yeah, that was weird.
Go back to that one.
She like threw in like 3 words I did not know.
Right. There was like 3 words.
I'm like an English major.
The second word was spicy too.
Platonic,
Yeah.
spicy thoughts of platonic girlfriends.
Okay, I got spicy, but that was it.
Yeah, I was like, what's platonic? I was like, I had to Google it. I was like,
I
well,
don't know.
Yeah,
You want me to even worse.
Do you guys like playing the game? Do you like being played? Like not played, but like
no.
Can you specify on that question?
What
it's
game?
like I've been
Life's a
through it way too
game,
many
right?
times. No, like a girl. Do you like it when a girl
Like the chase.
likes to be chased, or like do you like it when a girl like I don't know how do
If
you,
someone makes something hard, I'm probably not going to try that hard because I'm going to assume that they're not interested.
like she just drops hints. Like she drops hints, but like I don't know.
Can I check
It depends on the guy, 'cause some guys get confused by that. Like, high school me was innocent and got confused by that.
You're just like, what is that?
So it was
mean?
like-
what? She's like,
Yeah.
you know, this.
Cause like, yeah, it depends on the person. Cause if they've like had relationships before and they kind of understand that kind of playing, then I think it's okay. But if they
Yeah.
haven't really like had that much experience,
Yeah, then you're just gonna hurt some kid.
Yes, okay.
I feel like I'll give you guys another analogy that one of my uncles told me.
Oh no.
What?
Well, the first one was whack.
Hey, come on. If you miss the 8 o'clock bus, don't worry, the 8:15 will come.
You told me this one earlier.
like, I mean, sure, like, you know, sometimes it depends on like what phase of life you're in. You want to be playing the game, like you chase or they're chasing you or whatever. That's cool. But like, there's gonna get a point in like most people where they're just like you know what, like if we're both interested in each other, great. If not, like no worries, you know. And so that's kind of like where I'm at. Like, if some girl like, you know, if the conversation gets super dry and I gotta leave it, there's no way in chance I'm gonna double text because I was like, all right, bye Felicia. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
because I was like, there's so many great and wonderful people. Why just get stumped on like this one gal that you've been texting for like a day or two, maybe 3?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just like, why get tripped up over that? And that's just like my personal opinion on it, and it's worked. It works.
Yeah.
Right.
Works for me.
So-
But that's just like,
I mean, if you chase, then you're like desperate, and I think that if you're
heck no, don't ever be desperate.
no, I'm not even saying
You're
that
too
you-
good looking for that.
I'm not even saying that you are desperate. You just look desperate,
Yeah, to other people.
and then that's weird,
Yeah.
and it's uncomfortable for you because then you're like,
He's
oh
like-
man, now I look like I'm chasing, and that makes me look odd. So
Yeah.
so if you make somebody chase too much, they're probably just gonna drop off.
So you don't like it when girls play hard to get, is what you're saying?
Well, they can play hard to get, just not like super hard to get, because then I'm just gonna stop trying.
Yeah.
There's a fine line.
It's finally.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What hairstyles do guys find attractive on girls?
High ponytail.
That was so quick.
You taking notes, Haley?
I'm aware of this too, and I don't care. That was so quick.
Different girls look better with different hairstyles.
That's true.
I do like curly hair though.
Curly hair.
Yeah.
I like long hair. I'm not a big fan of like super short hair.
Like long straight hair, like mid back.
Mid back or like has like texture and volume to it. Like they like or like when they go get their hair done like a balayage. I just found out what a balayage
What?
was like 6 months ago. That's how you say it, right? Yeah,
You know what
balayage.
a balayage is, but not platonic?
Wait, do you know what it is?
Platonic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does it mean?
Like as friends?
Oh, is that as friends?
Yeah.
That's not what Google gave me.
That is not what Google said.
Do we have a different Google?
Oh my god.
You have the British version.
No, Urban Dictionary version.
No, I'm with Tanner though on like ponytail or braid or something like that.
The messy bun's always nice.
It seems
Yeah.
like
Messy
it
bun.
seems like it's functional.
Yeah.
Also swimmers, like all the girls
Also,
also, throw
yeah.
messy buns up.
They're pros at messy buns.
Yep.
Bro.
So Haley's
I don't
probably
know.
a pro
I don't
over
know
there.
how they managed to like, get all their hair in their cap.
Do a messy bun in like 3 seconds with one hand, like, and their hair's like down to their
That can do that.
hips.
It was insane.
Yeah.
That is great.
It's like those dudes like with the boats.
It literally
that just,
says
like,
of
swing the
friendship.
rope.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Of friendship. I want to answer it now. Can we answer that
I
one?
don't know.
No.
Platonic.
Please.
Wait.
Oh, mine was as an adjective. Maybe it was a.
Do you have spicy thoughts about your friends? Is that what the...
Oh, basically, do you have like
Oh.
spicy thoughts?
That
of,
makes way more sense.
like, and
It's like
platonic. It's not.
my alien friends.
Sorry, man. English is my second language.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
First
So,
Language of love, baby.
wait, do you guys have spicy thoughts
Don't
about your
kill
friends?
Haley.
Like my boys, sometimes.
I don't think that's what you meant.
That was much. I'm gonna get out of here.
I'm just like, hey.
That's funny.
Oh, man.
Okay, well that was the last question. So thanks guys for answering. Okay. It was good. Okay. Well, you guys are free to go.
Thanks.
Yes.
This is our house. You're free to go now.